When you're thinking about the Pyramid Lake water babies, you're probably thinking about a cute little baby floating around in the water, but that is not the case. The water babies are described as a water spirit of evil disposition. Since nobody has ever lived to tell the tale, nobody knows exactly what they look like. Legend says that a serpent, demon-like creature takes the form of a cute little baby. Its cries are said to be an omen of death. If you hear cries, do not go after it. Typically, water babies go after anything, but the thing they go after the most is children. Their cries at night are used to lure children down to the water. It has been said that the Paiute tribe members used to throw premature, ill, or dead babies into the lake. They thought this was the right thing to do to make sure they were able to get through the harsh winter environments. According to this legend, the angry baby spirits come back to get revenge on the fishermen. The Paiute tribe legend went down a different way. According to Ralph Burns, the staff Paiute Indian that works at the museum, the story stems from a family vacation. On this vacation, the boy fell in love with a creature that he called a mermaid. He brought his love to meet the family, but they rejected her. Before leaving the lake, she cast a spell on the lake. After this curse, two little sisters were swimming in the lake when suddenly a serpent ate one of the sisters and started to form into her. When the mother went to feed her child, the evil child began to feed on the mother. When the other sister could not get her to stop eating her, she went to fetch the medicine man. There was a deal made. If the young mother could be released and her life was spared, then the creature could inhabit the land forever. This legend was probably created to prevent children from swimming in the lake by themselves, since the lake's currents are very dangerous. In order to understand this legend, it's important to learn about Pyramid Lake. It's located about 40 miles away from Reno, and it was named for its tufu rock formations that look like the pyramids. There's an actual pyramid located on the lake made from the rock. Since the lake is in a desert, the water is relatively warm, but there's parts in it that can get as cold as 38 degrees. It is difficult to find a dead body in the lake because the body is held underneath in the cold water. In fact, there is also no outlet in the Pyramid Lake, and bodies mysteriously get lost. Some of the missing bodies are found in Lake Tahoe. Some people believe that there is an underground tunnel that leads to other lakes, but it has yet to be proven. This lake is also a difficult swim because it has a severe undertow. People claim that if they swim out far enough, sometimes they were sucked underneath and then pushed back up. There's also a part of the lake called the Dead Zone, and it is about 15 feet wide. It is called the Dead Zone because when in it, no radar can be detected from the bottom and no fish can be found. Is this where the tunnel is? Could there be a magnetic pole that inhibits the radars? No one knows, and that's why people refer to the water baby legend. Nearly every spring, at least one unlucky fisherman drowns in the lake. This explains the baffling paranormal sense that ghost hunters and mythbusters from all around the world experience when visiting the lake. The cries of babies are heard from campers and Paiute tribe members from nearby. Trappers that hunt for weasels and otters would set up traps, but when they came back in the morning, all their traps were undone and stacked neatly on top of one another. Nobody was in sight, so it is believed that the water babies moved them. People all around the world come to visit the reporting mysterious sights of the creatures in the murky water. 3 years ago, divers went into the lake and their diving gear was ripped off. The other was held underneath the water. Although they made it out alive, they will never forget what they saw down there. One of the divers is in a mental hospital and will not speak of what he saw. All he can say is, "You do not want to see what I saw down there." 3 children were swimming in the lake when they were pulled underneath one by one. The mother tried to save them, but they never came up. These children lost their lives that day. The deceiving water babies are enraged and will take revenge on whoever enters their parts. In this case, looks really can kill. What else can be found in this perplexing lake? There's also 13 tons of ammunition that was left in the lake in 1944. In the Paiute Tribe Museum, you can see the remains of an ancient horse and 2 camels that were found in the lake. Everybody has their own interpretation of Pyramid Lake, but everyone can agree that the lake is not an ordinary one. The lake is murky, and while swimming in it, it is hard to see what is underneath your feet. Until about 11,000 years ago, the lake covered most of northern Nevada. The lake is surrounded by sage and rock formations. It is up to you whether you decide to believe in the water babies or not. You might as well just enjoy the lake from a distance, with its beautiful hiking trails and biking trails that it offers. Will you dare to swim in the Pyramid Lake? The water babies just might come after you.